Your energy is crashing, your motivation is gone, and your body is changing, but you don't know why. These could all be signs that your testosterone levels are tanking. Low testosterone isn't just about your muscles or your mood. It can affect how you think, the way you feel, and even the way that you live your day-to-day life. Today, I'm breaking down 5 science-backed signs that your testosterone levels might be low and what you can actually do about it. Sign number 1, you have low testosterone, is when you wake up with no morning wood. It sounds weird. It's a topic that people don't want to talk about, but if you wake up and you're kind of like soft, you know what I'm saying? That's not a good sign. It's actually one of the most overlooked signs, and if you're not waking up with morning wood at least 3 to 4 times a week, there might be a problem. Your body may not be producing enough testosterone during your sleep, and this is actually a biological marker of hormonal health. Your T levels actually spike at night, so if you're flat in the morning, chances are your testosterone is as well. Morning erections are not about desire. They're not about what you're dreaming about. You can actually just kind of use it as a signal that things are functioning properly. And if you've noticed that it's not happening anymore, that's kind of like your body waving a red flag. I want you to think for a second, the last night that you actually had a really good night's sleep, where you woke up feeling rested, not tired, and just completely normal in the morning. For most people, watching your phones at night, the blue light, having caffeine too late in the day, eating too late at night, these types of things can actually harm your sleep. And when you get bad quality of sleep, this absolutely just tanks your testosterone. If you were to see it on a graph, it goes like this. One night of bad sleep, boom, straight drop. And it's like an infinite loop because bad sleep tanks your testosterone and low testosterone hurts your sleep. So it literally is just a snowball effect that keeps going and doesn't stop. So you're probably wondering, what do you do? First things first, take a deep look at your sleep. You need deep sleep. It needs to be uninterrupted, not for 6 hours, but 8+ hours. You should be cutting off your caffeine pretty early on in the day. And most importantly, I would not set an alarm to wake up in the morning, but set an alarm to go to sleep at night, whatever time you want, because the time doesn't actually matter that much. Set your timer on your phone for whenever it is, and as soon as that timer goes off, you need to be disciplined enough to listen. Put your phone away, no screen time, and you want to be in a pitch black room with no noise. The better you can get this rhythm of going to sleep at the same time every night, the better your sleep patterns and your sleep quality is going to be. Number 2 is struggling with focus and motivation. Low testosterone has a direct impact on your dopamine system, the chemical in your brain that's responsible for drive, ambition, and even pleasure. When your T levels dip, your brain literally stops chasing goals the same way. It's why so many men with low testosterone feel like they're stuck in neutral. It's like they want to improve, but they can't get themselves to care enough to actually act on it. You'll notice it in small ways first. You procrastinate more, your workouts feel optional and you don't really want to go. You stop caring about your goals, and over time it snowballs. And the thing is, you're not even lazy, you're just chemically out of sync. Something that can really help increase your testosterone, helping your focus and motivation, is simple resistance training in the gym. Whether it's doing push-ups or squats or curling dumbbells, it doesn't really matter. Any form of resistance training will make a difference. Studies show that strength training increases dopamine sensitivity and testosterone at the same time, which means that things that might have been a little bit more boring to you might actually appear more fun just after 20 minutes of strength training, or just any at all. And realistically, you don't even need a gym, you just need a floor, because you can just do push-ups and squats and stuff like that, or pull-ups. Sign number 3 that you have low testosterone is if your body composition is changing, even if you're not eating more. Testosterone is an anabolic hormone, meaning it helps build and preserve muscle. But when levels drop, your ability to hold on to muscle actually tanks, and your body becomes more efficient at storing fat, especially around the belly and the chest, which is why you see a lot of guys who literally start to develop breasts, almost like a girl. If you struggle with love handles, aka fat around your waist, that could be another sign. And here's the kicker. Fat cells actually convert testosterone into estrogen. And this means that the more fat that you store, the more your hormone balance gets wrecked. A very easy / simple solution to fixing excess fat that you might store in your body. You don't have to do crazy cardio like burpees, jumping jacks, all that. Literally taking a stroll around the park, your neighborhood, or just any area near you will help. But even better is cutting your calories overall and increasing the amount of protein that you eat. So just meats and stuff like that. Sign number 4 that you have low testosterone is if you're constantly irritable or emotionally flat. But low testosterone doesn't necessarily make you angry. It makes you emotionally blunted, which basically just means you might find yourself more anxious, frustrated, or just numb to any feeling whatsoever. Life honestly feels muted. You're not just happy, you're not sad, you feel like there's nothing there. Back when I was in high school, I experienced this feeling, and I wish I had a video like this to tell me, because I would wake up every day and it wasn't like I was depressed, but it was like I felt nothing at all. And I'm not saying that to gain empathy or anything like that, but I genuinely would wake up, go to school, get home from school. I would be slightly frustrated sometimes, slightly happy, but I never felt strong emotions anymore, like deep happiness, deep sadness, nothing like that. And I think that was a sign of low testosterone, but I didn't have a video like this to tell me something like that. And I accidentally found a solution solution to this for myself that I recently found out is scientifically backed to help with low testosterone, which is reducing your stress load, which kind of sounds confusing because it's like, how do you just reduce the stress in your life? There's practically no way to avoid stress altogether, but reducing stress is something that you can actually like actively do. It's not something that always has to be there. So if you are stressed, something even like playing video games, I wouldn't even say is like a bad thing. Going to the gym can be a good thing. Socializing with people is a good way to relieve stress, but avoid the things that naturally give you stress, whether it's your phone, social media, caffeine. A lot of these things, without really thinking about it, if you don't put any thought into it, will be causing you stress, lowering your testosterone without you ever realizing it. So building a short, simple routine or just a go-to thing whenever you're stressed can help a lot. And I'm not saying it's like a coping mechanism or anything like that, even though it kind of is. Just find something to do when you notice you're stressed, because that will help your testosterone. The fifth sign of low testosterone is extremely low libido, which is basically just your sex drive. So if you're at school, work, wherever the case may be, and you're not having any thoughts about girls whatsoever or anything like that, chances are that you could have low testosterone, and this is just your body signaling that to you. Testosterone is a major driver of libido in men. It influences everything from sexual thoughts to physical arousal, and when your levels fall hard enough, you'll actually notice that you really don't have interest in girls whatsoever. It's like the desire fully just slipped away from you. I actually had this friend once who talked about having low testosterone to me, and he said that for basically an entire year of his life before he got on a medication to fix his low testosterone problem, he had essentially no desire for girls at all. There was nothing. It fully fell off a cliff until eventually he ended up getting the medication, and when he got the medication, he started going crazy. I'll just say that. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, it was like a switch flipped in his brain. He was not himself when he had low testosterone, and it was so surprising to see him go from the person he was, the guy who never talked to girls, never cared whatsoever, to somebody who was on the complete opposite side of that spectrum. One of the fixes for this is addressing your nutritional deficiencies. For example, vitamin D, magnesium are key micronutrients for optimal health, and many guys are unknowingly deficient because a lot of them aren't going out of their way to ensure that they get these micronutrients in their diet. For example, if you're not getting enough sunlight, you might be deficient in vitamin D. And you could fix this by simply just getting some morning sun, like 10 to 20 minutes in the morning when the sun is coming up, or just taking a vitamin D supplement, and also eating foods like red meat, fish, seafood, leafy greens. And also, you don't necessarily need these like fancy testosterone boosters that you're probably going to see everywhere if you look on Amazon and stuff like that. It's not that necessary. But most importantly, if you have chronic issues, go see a doctor. Don't just go to YouTube to try to get advice, although all of this advice will help you if you have low testosterone. On the other hand, if you want to look better every single day, watch this video right here.